Attention coaches and swimmers, this warm-up session is now over. Please clear the competition pool at this time.
Votre attention s'il vous plaît, entraîneurs et participants. La période d'essai est maintenant terminée. Veuillez sortir de la piscine.
Once again, swimmers and coaches, this warm-up session is now over. Your cooperation in clearing the competition pool at this time is appreciated.
Ryan Cochran. Just
Am I
keep
in the
talking.
middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's in a pretty close little triangle.
Day one to the Canadian World Championship Trials. 14 new members selected to the World Championship team competing this summer in Barcelona. 8 women, 6 men, and it was kicked off by our Olympic silver medalist, Ryan Cochran, and he did not disappoint. He was on Canadian record pace up to 600 meters, easily won gold, and then it was Noemi Thomas breaking the Canadian record in the 50-meter butterfly. 200 freestyle was a big event for Canada. Top 4 finishers in the women's and men's event automatically selected for the World Championship team. For the women's side, we have Jardin, Cheverton, Brittany McLean, and King making up our relay. And for the men, we have Worsley, Page, and the Abdel Khalik brothers rounding up for our men's relay. The 100-meter backstroke, we had veteran Sinead Russell easily winning, but she was joined by her teammate in second place, Christina Steins, for her first national team. For the men in the 100 back, Charles Francis easily won, a veteran in this event. In the 200 butterfly, we have Audrey Lacroix and Catherine Savard making the team, earning their spots. And for the 200 fly for men, it was great to see Zach Chudrak earn his team after a disappointing Olympic trials. He's back on the national team, and that was day one of 4 days and lots of spots to fill and exciting races to come. Okay.
The road to Rio started off with a bang on day one at the Swimming Canada World Championship Trials. 14 swimmers already are heading to Barcelona, including two-time Olympic medalist Ryan Cochrane, who led the way with the fastest time this year in the world in the 800 free. It's day 2 now, and the question is, who will become the heir apparent to Brent Hayden as the men's 100 free takes flight? It's time for Canada to punch a few more tickets to Barcelona. Day 2 begins now.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to day 2 of these 2013 Canadian World Championship Swimming Trials. My name is Colin Sood, and right beside me, someone who needs no introduction, very familiar to this pool and the World Championships for that matter, Olympian Joanne Millar. And Joanne, day 1 brought 14 tickets to Barcelona for the World Championships. My question is, will day 2 bring that same type of volume here?
Absolutely, you can expect that. Now, yesterday, there was 8 of those swimmers were for relays. So of those 14, over half of them were for relay spots, which is great. And we're going to see that again tonight because we have the 100 freestyle. So eight will qualify again, 4 women, 4 men. But what we really want to see is 2 swimmers per event qualifying under the FINA A standard, which really gives us a true taste of who will get international success.
Well, 450 swimmers are gracing this pool deck, and one that needs no introduction, Ryan Cochrane. He is a 2-time Olympic medalist and swam a fantastic 800 free yesterday. Ryan, I got to ask you, first of all, I'm putting you on the spot. You have had some amazing success on the international and national stage. It's a new crop of talent here in Canada. What do you see so far?
I think it's exciting that we can build our younger athletes to really dream of getting to the Olympic podium. And it doesn't have to be, an 8-year thought. It can be, I can get to the podium in Rio, and we need those younger kids to really step up and make the international podiums.
One of my favorite things about you, Ryan, is you truly believed this whole time that you could get on that Olympic podium. Bronze in Beijing, silver in London, and gold is what you see for yourself, is it not, in Rio?
I swear I see gold everywhere I go, and I think that's what it takes. You need to talk about winning. You really need to live the dream every day, and it might be, for me, it could be a 16-year process to really scratch my way to get to the top of the podium.
See, and I think that's what's missing. Even in my day, a lot of us wanted gold but couldn't really see ourselves there, and I think that is the biggest thing. Is that one of the biggest things for swimmers when they're young, to truly see and believe in themselves?
I always wanted to be the best athlete I could be, and in the back of my mind I could see myself on the top of the podium, but it started with making that provincial level, making the national, and just all those little steps that really get you to Olympic success.
Well, Ryan, best of luck for Saturday, the 1500 meter freestyle, of course, your signature event. Thanks again for coming and sharing these thoughts with us.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's
Thanks,
Ryan Cochrane, 2-time Olympic medalist. Ryan, thanks again. As we look to the pool for a great night of swimming, up next, we'll look at this morning's events. And of course, it was the women's 100 meter freestyle. It's a 3-legged race here, Joanne.
That's right. Now, the 100 meter freestyle, the top 4 will qualify for the team. And Victoria Poon is our top qualifier. She holds the Canadian record in the 50 meter freestyle. So look for her to be out very, very fast and holding on for the end of the race there. Also, we've got Van Landegem, who is a second seed. She's from Winnipeg, now training at Georgia. She's very fast. She had emotional Olympic trials, just missing it and looking to make it back for the Worlds. And Sandrine Mainville of PPO out of Montreal with coach Benoit Lebrun, a teammate of Victoria Poon.
As we go to the men's 100 meter freestyle, and it's a CIS standout, Kelly Aspinall.
Now, Kelly Aspinall, we were introduced to yesterday. He won the 50 meter butterfly. At the CIS, he won 6 medals, 5 of them gold. We'll look for him to be one of the top 4 finishers, making the world's team here.
On to the women's 100 meter breaststroke, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-woman race here, Joe.
This is one of our best races for Canada. Women breaststroke in Canada is so hot. We've got Jillian Tyler, who was 14th at the Olympics, Martha McCabe, who was swimming with UBC, and she's also been training at the Sports Centre Ontario. She's been working very hard with Ben Titley there. And of course, Tara Van Bylen, who was training with Martha McCabe last year, finished 9th at the Olympics, just missing out on the final there. Native of Oakville, Ontario. She trained with McCabe and Pierce last year. And again, the top 2 finishers, they will be under that FINA standard, will make the team, but it's going to be a battle for the top 2 spots there.
The men's 100 meter breaststroke, Richard Funk swims for Edmonton Keano Swim Club, but also swims down south, doesn't he, Joe?
He does. Richard Funk just came off a hot NC2As. He came 3rd representing Michigan in the 100 breaststroke and was also on the men's 4x100 medley relay. Michigan took that title. Look for his fast turnover there and earning a spot for the 100 breaststroke and a relay position for Canada.
On we go to the women's 400-meter individual medley, and it's an event near and dear to your heart.
This was my favorite and best event, most difficult to really do tactically, and we've got Alexa Kormanicki, who swam this event at trials, placing second. She was third in the 200 IM, third in the 400 free, and finally made the Olympic team in the 800 free. She's got a lot of great distance behind her, but she's going to be pushed by this woman, Erica Seltenreich Hudson, 17-year-old from Ottawa. It's going to be a great race.
On we go now to the men's 400-meter individual medley, and this kid was the youngest guy to make the 2012 Olympic squad, Alec Page.
He was the youngest there in London, but he's not the youngest anymore. Alec Page has got a great 400 IM. He was 22nd at the Olympics, but a long career ahead of him, and he's looking to better his time and up his position at the World Championships.
Here we go to some racing now. 50-meter backstroke, the women, and it's Sinead Russell leading the pack. As we head down to deck level, first we'll look at the beautiful pool here at Commonwealth Place in Saanich, and let's head to the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'd ask you all to please rise and join Melanie Yu in the singing of our national anthem.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous vous demanderions de, s'il vous plaît, vous lever pour l'hymne national, chanté par Melanie Yu.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sense command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the truth not strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
That was Melanie Yu singing our national anthem. Fantastic job. But before we get to our events for the night, let's hear a few words from one of our major sponsors, Speedo.
Michael Phelps showing the world what he's made of. 49.82. He's gone under 50.
Here we go, first event of the night, the women's B final, the 100-meter freestyle. Fastest qualifier in this event, Hannah Riordan, out of Parc Piscine Olympique in lane 4. She went a time of 56:35. the world mark in this event, 52.07, held by Britta Steffen of Germany, and the Canadian record, 54.08 by Erica Morningstar.
This is a quick race just there in back of the pool. This B final, no one will be selected, but women are going for their personal best times.
As we head into the first 50, touching first in lane number 5 with 26.79, Caroline Lapierre-Lemire. Right beside her, Hannah Riordan. On the other side, Alexa Zevnik. 25 meters to go in lane number 4. Hannah Riordan looks to be taking control, but right beside her, Caroline Lapierre-Lemire. 5 meters. Hannah Riordan, Lapierre-Lemire, who will touch first, and it will be Lapierre-Lemire with a time of 55.89, and right behind her, 1/100th of a second, 55.90, Hannah Riordan.
Great race, right to the finish there. We're going to be seeing more of the likes of that in the A final. Be very, very close race.
Absolutely.
Where 1/100ths of a second make a difference.
There are your official results. Lapierre-Lemire, 1/100th, taking out Hannah Riordan. As we get ready for the A final of this women's 100-meter freestyle.
Our B finalists exit the pool. We're now going to introduce our next
The
championship
world qualifying
final
A standard,
in the women's
54.86 to
100
take 2 women.
Swimming in lane
We'll see if that
from
can
the
happen
Park
tonight.
Olympique, Audrey
But
Lacroix.
first, the introductions. Audrey Lacroix, the
In
200
lane
fly
1
winner
from the
last
Toronto
night
Swim Club,
out of
Paige
PPO.
Schultz.
In lane number 1, Paige Schultz.
Lane 7, representing the Dolphins
from the Toronto Swim Club.
Sinead Russell.
Lane number 7, there she is, Sinead
Lane
Russell.
2, from the North York Aquatic Club, Michelle Williams.
In lane number 2, Michelle Williams making her way out,
Lane
22-year-old
6,
from North York
Clarkson
Aquatic Club.
Samantha Cheverton.
Samantha Cheverton, she's qualified,
In
200
lane 3,
freestyle
from
last
Park
night.
Olympique, Sandrine Mainville.
Sandrine Mainville from PPO in lane
Lane
number
5,
3.
swimming unattached,
The second
Chantal
fastest
Van
qualifier, of course,
Landenham.
Chantal Van Landingham, University of
And
Georgia
in lane
Bulldog.
4, from Basine Park
And your
Olympique,
fastest
Victoria
qualifier,
Poon.
Victoria Poon, 28-year-old swimming out of PPO.
And this will be great for the young swimmers watching to really see how they launch themselves off these blocks and work the underwater. You see a lot of the top sprinters and even butterflyers in this race because of the great underwater work here.
The Canadian mark, 54.08, held by Erica Morningstar. Two lengths of the pool, as fast as you can go, and it looks like Victoria Poon is off to a quick lead right beside her. However, though, Sandrine Mainville not letting her go, Joe.
And Victoria Poon is the Canadian record holder in the 50-meter freestyle, so look for her to be out fast. The race is really going to be on the back half.
Into the first turn, it looks like Poon and Sandrine Mainville turning. It will be Victoria Poon in 26.55, but right beside her, Mainville in 26.64, Joanne.
This is going to be a race. Remember, the top 4 finishers will make the World Championship team. The top 2, if they go under 54.86, will both make the team. The winner's guaranteed. And it looks like Poon is making her push here.
15 meters to go. It's Poon and Mainville. Right beside her, Chantal Van Landingham making a cross here. Who will take this? It will be Victoria Poon at 55.31. Right beside her, Sandrine Mainville, 55.32. And on the other side, Chantal Van Landingham, 55.35.
And as we mentioned, 1/100th of a second matter. That win was by 1/100th. Fourth place was Samantha Cheverton. She will round up that relay with a 55.67. Here is our team.
It will be Victoria Poon, Sandrine Mainville, Chantal Van Landingham, and Samantha Cheverton. Those girls will be going to Barcelona for the relay.
And Victoria Poon will be the only one swimming the event individually.
Fantastic race by those ladies. There's Victoria Poon. A little spent, Joanne.
It takes a lot of strength and power to really force yourself with your legs underwater in the turn. These women are holding their breath, and it wins you a little bit.
All right. That was a great race by Victoria Poon. A fantastic swim. These ladies will be going to Barcelona for the World Championships in the summer. Let's go down for some more thoughts with Chris.
We're on deck now with our women's 4x100 freestyle relay. How about a round of applause for our women's relay team? As we mentioned last night, we are going out live on the internet on sportsnet.ca, and we're going to first grab a word with the winner, Victoria Poon. Touching first in that event, you will swim the individual 100 free and lead these 4 girls on the relay in Barcelona.
I'm so happy, actually. Sandy make it. I mean, we're good teammates, and we train together, support together. I'm so happy. And with the other 2 girls, and I mean, their team is actually getting together again, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, off to Barcelona, Sandrine Mainville, a big smile on your face. Must be pretty excited to head off to Barcelona with Team Canada this summer.
Yeah, I'm really happy, and I think Vic pushed me a lot, not just today, but every day in training, so I thank her, and I'm very happy to make with those other girls.
Chantel Van Landenham, 3rd in the 100 here tonight on the relay team. A great year for you in leading into these trials, and must be pretty excited to add your name to Team Canada for this summer.
I'm really excited. This is pretty much my main goal coming in. And these 3 girls are awesome, so I can't wait to be on a relay with them this summer.
Anything else you're looking forward to in Barcelona besides the competition itself?
No, just the racing.
And Sam Sheverton, jump on in here. Sam, already on the team last night in the 4x2, adding the relay here tonight in the 4x1. It's going to be a great summer.
Yeah, I know. I'm super excited. You know, being on a relay for Canada is such a special feeling. So I can't wait to be with these girls and race and see what we can do.
Well, congratulations once again. Round of applause. Victoria Poon, Sandrine Mainville, Chantel Van Landenham, and Sam Sheverton. Congratulations.
Yes, there are your 4 ladies going to Barcelona racing in that 4x100 meter freestyle relay. Of course, Victoria Poon, the only one that qualified for that race, Joanne.
And you can see how emotional Victoria was to have her teammate Sandrine Mainville make it.
All right, as we go to the 100 meter freestyle B final for the men in lane number 4. Heinrich Lindau swimming unattached. And Blake Worsley in lane number 3. Swimming for the Toronto Swim Club. Now, Joanne, it's got to be a bit of a disappointment. I'm sorry, I just jumped in there on you,
okay,
that Blake did not make the 100 meter freestyle final.
It is, and you know, he's already made the team, so he's happy about that, but I must make a correction. He is an Olympian. He was in London. He just missed making the semifinal. He placed 17th at the Olympics in the 200 freestyle, but he's going to Barcelona, and I know he'd want to be on the 4x100 free relay, but he's on the 4x2 and swimming that event individually.
Well, he's swimming well tonight, touching first at the 50 and 24.40. Just 2 100ths later, Henrik Lindau swimming unattached right beside him, and it looks like Henrik Lindau has taken the lead. Who will it be? 15 meters to go. Lindau and Worsley. 5 meters. It's anyone's race as they come into the wall. Henrik Lindau at 50.97, 1/100th. That seems to be the theme tonight, Joanne. Blake Worsley at 50.98.
You hear that, swimmers out there? Practice your touches. Every single meter counts.
So important technique, Joanne. It's a sport of inches, isn't it?
It is, and you know, you can't be perfect all the time, but really head down to the wall. You never give up right to the last meter, because that last little bit can make or break. You're making it the Olympic team or the Olympics or the World Championship team, as we can see here today.
Looking ahead to this A final, Joanne, we've got the CIS, the Canadian Inter-University Sports standout, Kelly Aspinall. He was swimmer of the year, and of course, other swimmers of the year for CIS. Just a few simple names: Ryan Cochran, Curtis Myden, and Alex Bauman. Not bad company to be in.
Mm-hmm. Our CIS is a very competitive league, and the swimmers from there usually propel themselves very well internationally, making huge careers for themselves.
As you can see there, it's the medal ceremony for the women's 100-meter freestyle. There she is, Chantel Van Lanningham.
La cérémonie des médailles
Victoria
pour les 100
Poon.
mètres libre femmes.
and Sandrine Mainville. Now, Sandrine Mainville, I would say, is about a good 5 inches shorter than those two ladies.
Presenting the award.
It was neat how they lined up. It's actually
director
Samantha
from the University
Cheverton
of
who's
Victoria
the
Athletics
most
and Recreation,
petite.
Clint
But it
Hamilton.
goes to show swimmers that always wonder, you know, I'm only
The
5
bronze
feet
medalist.
tall and my friend's 5'8". Can I still make the national
Médaille
team?
de
You
bronze.
can be the best in the
Swimming
world,
unattached,
regardless of
Chantal
your
van
body type,
Langenham.
your height. It's how much you want it, how much you work, and as Ryan Cochran said, how much you believe, and you can see yourself winning these things.
There's Van Lanningham.
These silver
Her home
medalists.
team is Manta out of
La médaille
Manitoba,
de
but she swims right now for the University of
From Bastille Park Olympique,
Georgia. She's a
Sandrine
bulldog right beside her.
Mainville.
Winning the silver, Sandrine Mainville. Big smile on her face.
Yeah.
She's going to Barcelona. She's got to be happy
And
with
the
that.
gold
And, of course, the
medalist
gold
champion in the women's
medalist,
100 freestyle from Bastille Park
Victoria
Olympique.
Poon,
Victoria
swimming out of Parc
Poon.
Piscine Olympique, 29 years old. She's got to be happy with that swim.
Absolutely. Internationally, it's such a fast race. And Victoria Poon gaining more and more international
Congratulations,
experience
ladies.
in that event.
And once again,
Hugs
best
all
of luck to
around.
Victoria Poon, Sandrine Mainville, Chantal
Those
van
ladies
Langenham, and they'll be joined by Samantha Cheverton in Barcelona
on their way to
this summer.
Barcelona to represent Canada.
And Poon at the Olympics just missed making the final in the 100-meter freestyle. Oh, sorry, in the 50-meter freestyle, she was 14th.
Well, Joanne, who will make
Our next event will be the championship final men's
the
100 freestyle.
Barcelona team for the
Introducing
100-meter
your finalists
freestyle
in
for the
lane
men?
8
That's the
from
question up
Etobicoke
next.
Swimming, Hassan
Let's set it up.
Abdel-Khaliq.
There he is, 200 freestyle. He's going to
lane
Barcelona.
1,
Hassan
University of Calgary
Abdel-Khaliq.
Club,
Over in
Connor
lane number 1,
Maxey.
Connor Maxey, swimming for UCSC.
Lane 7 from the
Lane
UBC
7,
Dolphins,
Tommy Gosselin.
Gosselin.
Swimming for the UBC Dolphins.
In lane 2,
On the other
from
side,
University
national
Club,
team member Joel Greenshields. He's making a resurgence on the national side.
Lane 6,
24-year-old from
UBC
Cascade.
Dolphins, Coleman Allen.
Coleman Allen in lane number 6.
In 3, also from the UBC Dolphins, Luke Petty.
Lane number 3, Luke Petty, 19-year-old from the UBC Dolphins.
Ross McDonald swimming, Chris Manning.
Lane number 5, there he is, Chris Manning,
And in lane
21-year-old.
four,
And here's our fastest
Kelly
qualifier.
Aspinall.
It's Kelly Aspinall. We've seen him before. Let's see if he can keep this 100-meter freestyle together and get a berth on that team, Joanne.
That's right. He won gold in the 50 fly, but it wasn't a qualifier. Now, you're going to notice who's missing from this is Brent Hayden, our Olympic bronze medalist from London. His best time was 47.80 there at the Olympics. Of these men, they're all sitting at about 50 seconds for this 100. We want to see how many can crack that 50 mark. Athena A is 48.93 for 2 to go in the individual event. And this is where nerves run wild, Colin. And who can stay the calmest here? Top 4 will make the relay team. See how many will make the individual. A lot of pressure on the blocks here right now.
Canadian mark, 47.27 by Brent Hayden. Good start by Kelly Aspinall as they break into the first 15 meters of this 100-meter freestyle final.
Chris Manning really looked like he launched off those blocks really well. But there's a lot of tactics even in this 2-length race.
It looks like Aspinall is just ever so out in front here. Who will turn first? It will be Aspinall at 23.96. Over in lane 7, Tommy Gosselin, 24.05.
They are powering their way through. Kelly Aspinall knows he's in the lead here, but this is when lactic acid sets in the last 15 meters here.
It's Aspinall and Gosselin. Aspinall right beside him. Manning trying to make a race. Who's going to win this? Over in lane 2 possibly? It will be lane number 2, Joel Greenshields. What a fantastic last 50 by him, 50.36. On the other side, Tommy Gosselin in lane number 7, 50.50. And Hassan Abdel-Khaliq in 50.57. Luke Petty in lane number 3. And it's Kelly Aspinall who's just edged out of that 4x200 freestyle relay, Joanne, at 50.72.
And this is where the tactics happen. Off the blocks, lane 4 and 5. Kelly Aspinall and Chris Manning really got off to a great start. In the turn, Kelly Aspinall was still in the lead here. He's looking really, really strong. And this is where swimmers really work the back half of their races, because so much of the lead can change. As swimmers get tired, their legs start aching. Powering in, you can see there's about 5-6 men up at the top in lane 2. That's Joel Greenshields coming in for that win.
Joel Greenshields, what an unbelievable last 25 meters of that race. It was Kelly Aspinall right about to about that 55, 60 meter mark, and then everyone kind of reeled him in, Joe. Is that a problem with short course swimming, do you feel?
Well, it's the thing with short course swimming, you don't get as much of that lactic acid buildup with the walls, and it's just a shorter race in general. So switching over to long course, a lot of short course swimmers have a hard time making the same mark long course.
All right, well, that was the 100-meter freestyle final. What an exciting race. Let's go downstairs to Chris for some more thoughts.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your men's relay here. The 4x1, Joel Greenshields, Tommy Gosland, Hassan Abdelkhalik, and Luke Petty. First, Joel, why don't you step on up here? Joel with the win, 50.36. Great to be back on the national team for you, I'm sure. On the outside, did you see how close that race was down to the wall, or did you just put your head down to the wall?
Last 15 meters, just put the head down to the wall, Alex. I couldn't really see past Luke, and just put my head down and hope for the best.
And you just said to these boys, you've got some work to do heading into the relay, but this is going to be a great competitive team for Team Canada this summer.
Yeah, definitely some work to do to get back on the world stage, but I think if we put the work in and Canada supports us, we can really get the job done.
Congratulations, Joel. Tommy Gosland, you got to stand up and come on over here. I know you're tired, but congratulations, second place here and back on the national team after your Olympic experience last summer. Great 100 freestyle here tonight.
Yeah, thanks. I was feeling a lot of pressure, kind of just put it on myself, but I just stuck to my game plan and it paid off.
Well, it's going to be a great summer for you in Barcelona. We'll let you go back and sit down if you want and catch your breath. Hassan back in here. Hassan, congratulations. Your second event now, the 4x2 and the 4x1. You're going to have a great time over in Barcelona, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing the relay role there, so a supporting role, but I'm still looking forward to playing my part and helping out the boys in Canada do well.
Well, and I'm sure you got some extra time there. If you shaved, this morning, you might have had a bit more, but I'm sure that'll come off for Barcelona. Congratulations. Luke Petty on the World Championship team. Congratulations, Luke. 50.62. Great race there tonight in that 100 free, and you're on the team.
Thank you. It was...
Man, a few words. You were on it by 1/10 of a second. Did you realize how close it was going to be there, right down to the wall?
Yeah, I did. Coming on the last 50, it was... I couldn't see past anybody, and I just knew it was going to come down right to the touch, and that's what it was, and on to the next one.
On to the next one. Congratulations once again, Joel Greenshields, Tommy Gosland, Hassan Abdelkhalik, and Luke Petty, the men's 4x1 for Barcelona this summer.
Well, Joe, there you have it, your 4x100 freestyle relay team for Canada. Now, looking ahead to this in Barcelona, the fastest qualifier tonight is almost 3 seconds slower than the Canadian mark, Brent Hayden. How much of a glaring hole will that be for Canada going in?
And as it was said down there, they know they've got a lot of work to do. It's exciting to be on Team Canada, but you want to shine when you're down there, or get as close as you can to that podium, and they've got a lot of seconds to make up, each one of them, to really get close to a medal at World Championships.
On we go to the women's 100-meter breaststroke B final. The fastest qualifier in lane number 4, Fiona Doyle. In lane number 1, Patricia Pierce. Former world record holder Anna Mae Pierce's sister. She swims for Edmonton Keano Swim Club. She's in lane 1, 18-year-old. Of course, Anna Mae Pierce was the former world record holder in a 200-meter breaststroke.
She was, and she really inspired a whole generation of girls to really learn the breaststroke and perfect it. And Martha McCabe moving there to train with her, and Tara Van Bylen. You see a lot of our top breaststrokers really learned a lot from Anna Mae, and now are taking her torch here.
As we go into the last 25 meters of this race, it is Fiona Doyle and Rebecca Edgerverk, both swimming unattached. Fiona, 21-year-old in lane 4, looks to be edging out in front. and it will be Fiona Doyle in lane number 4 with a time of 1:08.74. Almost 4/10 better than her morning swim, Joanne. In second place, Rebecca Ederverk from Sweden. There she is, Fiona Doyle, as she heads in to that final wall, reaching in, almost times it perfectly there.
Yeah, that's a good time for her, 1:08.74, good racing. Everyone always wants the opportunity to race again. The more races you get under the belt, it's the best form of practice, these racing. So the B finals are great for them. Of course, everyone wants to make the A final, where you have a real shot on the medal and world championship team.
Well, there you can see the men's 100-meter freestyle medal ceremony taking place. Hassan Abdel Khalik, he's going in the 100-meter freestyle and in the 200 free now, along with his brother Ali. What a great story there.
It's pretty awesome too for an individual to be on both the 4x100 and 4x200 relay, so very proud. Looking at the national age group records, I was speaking to his coach earlier this week, and he holds for 15 to 17-year-olds a whole range of national records from 50 free all the way up to the 1500. So very versatile swimmer there.
From the UBC Dolphins, Tommy Goslin.
Tommy Goslin receiving his silver medal.
And the interesting story about Tommy Goslin is that he was a summer swimmer for most of his life, and he didn't get serious into swimming until like grade 12. And you know, to see what you can do later on in your career, you don't have to start swimming at 3 years of age. You can still make it later on.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, Joanne.
Yeah,
I think
you know all about that.
I think that's just fine. And there you go, the winner, Joel Greenshields, out of lane 2. Almost a gutter ball swim there, Joe. Fantastic. He's been on the national team. Yeah. This could be now his kickstart to start a resurgence of sorts.
That's right. He was a 2008 Olympian. He missed the 2012 team, but he's not stopping. He's continuing his career here, starting with the World Championships this summer.
All right, as we get started, this is the A final for the women's 100-meter breaststroke. As she makes her way out into lane 8, Sarah Lee Eve out of Club Aquatique Montreal on the other side. Lane number 1, Olivia Pascalin, a 16-year-old, making the final. Fantastic for her. Lane number 7, Ashley McGregor, a 20-year-old from Point Claire. We've got Bronwyn Pazlowski, a 20-year-old from Cascade Swim Club.
Tara Van Bylen.
Tara Van Bylen, there she is. 20-year-old from Oakville.
Representing the UBC Dolphins,
National team member, Olympian Martha McCabe, 23-year-old from the UBC Dolphins. The second fastest qualifier, Chelsea Sally. And we've got the fastest qualifier coming up, Jillian Tyler, a 24-year-old from the Cascade Swim Club. The world mark here, Joanne, 104.45 by Jessica Hardy. The Canadian mark, 105.74 by none other than Anna Mae Pierce.
And our field is so strong here that the world qualifying time for 2 swimmers is 108.63. And we should see 2 women get under that mark here.
Clean start by the ladies.
Very even field off the start. Now Jillian Tyler was 14th in this event at the Olympics. Tara Van Bylen had an exciting Olympics. She tied for the final in 8th, ended up not winning that. The swim-off and was 9th. So great field we have here.
Tara Van Bylen looking incredibly comfortable. Right beside her, Chelsea Sally and Jillian Tyler in lane 4 as we go to the 50-meter mark. It will be in lane number 6, Tara Van Bylen, 31.89. Lane number 5, Sally, and 33.25. And right beside her, Jillian Tyler at 32.38, Joanne.
And this is going to be exciting. I was just speaking with Tara's mother, and as a parent, she was saying, you're always nervous. Although her daughter is winning here, you never know as a parent if they're going to keep making every year the teams, and Tara looks so strong and in control here.
It's Jillian Tyler in lane 4. In lane 5, Chelsea Sally and Tara Van Bylen. She's leading the pack, half a body length lead as we go 5 meters into this wall. Will it be 2 women going to the Worlds? It will be Tara Van Bylen at 108.15 in lane number 5. coming second, Chelsea Selly at 108.95, and Jillian Tyler third at 108.99.
So great swim for Tara Van Bylen. Unfortunately, she will be the only one qualifying for that race. She'll also be on the 4x100 medley relay. She can breathe easy. Here is the start. Van Bylen in lane 6, third from the bottom. You can see a pretty even field on the streamline and underwater pull. And as with that one breaststroke kick up into the wall, and this is where you can make or break your race in the 100. You got to work on your timing to the wall, whip your feet up really tight, spin back, and another underwater pull. Tara Van Bylen was first at the 50 at 31.89. Great split. She's been working closely with Joe Nagy out at UBC, the training center there, native of Oakville, Ontario. Into the wall. She knows she's in the lead. She's got to get under that standard, and she does, winning it 108.15.
So Tara Van Bylen, 108.15, heading to Barcelona. Let's go to Chris.
We're down on deck with the winner of the women's 100 breaststroke, Tara Van Bylen. Congratulations, the newest member of Team Canada for the World Championships this summer in Barcelona. Tara, 108.15. You just told me you're not too happy with the time, but you're on the team, which is the whole purpose of these trials.
Yeah, I mean, last year I went about a second faster, so my goal coming into this meet was just kind of get those nerds going like I had last year and get on the team. That's the most important thing right now, and then, you know, try to get a little faster later on.
Well, you got a couple months to get a little faster as you head to the World Championships, but as you said, on the team here in the 100, probably a little more relaxed heading into the 200 later in the week.
Yeah, it's definitely good to get kind of the swim out of the way and be on the team and just see what I can do in the 200.
Well, congratulations, Tara Van Bylen, newest member of Team Canada for the 2013 World Championships.
Thanks, Chris. That is Tara Van Bylen winning in a time of 108.15.
It was interesting for her at the Olympics. The girl that won the swim-off against her to make it into the final ended up coming fourth. So Tara, I think, gained a lot of confidence knowing she's very close to being up there in the medals in the World League.
Had a fantastic last 15 meters of that race. As we go on to the next race, the 100-meter breaststroke for men. This is the B final. Fastest qualifier, Igor Kozlowski from Lithuania, Joanne, one of our foreign entries into this meet.
It's nice, we have a lot of international interest for swimmers to come here. They love swimming in Canada. They like to come here and race our swimmers. So the B final in a qualifying event, the international swimmers have to be swimming in the B final and not the A final.
Kozlowski swims for the Lithuanian national team, and right beside him, Martin Livmagi swims for Estonia. And it will be at the wall at the 50-meter mark. Livmagi in 28.69. That's a quick out. Right beside him, Kozlowski in 29.15. Looks like Livmagi doesn't want to give up this race at all.
It's a great race here coming in. They're almost neck and neck now with 25 meters to go. Interesting story at the Olympics with the gold medalist Cameron Vanderberg from South Africa was seen doing more than one underwater dolphin kick, but he wasn't caught by the official at the Olympics, so he was never disqualified. So don't do that at home.
Kozlowski tried to catch Livmagi, but it didn't work out. It will be Livmagi winning this in 101.63, good time. Right beside him, Kozlowski in 102.04, and in third place, Jonathan Naseby in 103.48. Kozlowski tried to give Livmagi a run for his money, but...
And that time from Livmagi is actually faster than any of the qualifying time in the A final. So you see, even though he may have won the A final, he had to swim in that B final. But everyone's watching behind the blocks knowing that they want to win legitimately the whole thing and get under that 102 mark and hopefully even that 101 mark.
101.63, a great time by Livmagi.
And the Canadian record for this event, talking about times, is under 1 minute. It was Scott Dickens at the Olympics, broke a minute, long course, 59.85. So we'll see again another one of our veterans who is not here. He's actually injured right now. He's still training. wasn't able to come to this meet, but we're missing one of our greats, Scott Dickens, and Mike Brown, who retired after trials. So again, it's a whole new field of up-and-coming people that can really launch their career and make a name for themselves here in this final.
Another changing of the guard of sorts in this 100-meter breaststroke. Anna Mae Pierce, of course, was dominant in this event for a number of years. And now it's another turn for an up-and-coming Canadian to take that mantle and run with it on the international stage. Who will it be?
Tara Van Bylen's really been proving herself internationally at the Olympics. She's still relatively young internationally, but gained a lot of experience at the Olympics. From the 200 breaststroke as well, and like I mentioned, she almost made the final in the 100-meter breaststroke. Jillian Tyler, a great sprint breaststroker as well.
There she is, Tara Van Bylen receiving her gold medal. Huge smile, big hug, great swim. As they make their way off the podium. Joanne, your thoughts so far in this day 2, the 2013 World Canadian Championship Swimming Trials?
It's been exciting. I really love watching the relay events, seeing 4 people really come together and that unity that they need. And even though we know, especially on the men's side of the relays, they have a lot of time they need to cut, the women's are very strong internationally right now. Van Bylen's going to be close for the world stage as well.
Here we go. Alex Bauman's son, Ashton, making the final, sticking his tongue out, having some fun. Nick Kostyuk in lane 1 there, 20-year-old from Edmonton, Keano. A big wave from Andrew Posnikoff, 26-year-old from Simon Fraser.
From the Point Claire Swim Club, James Guest.
Good look there from James Guest. We could have some fun in this final, Joe.
Warren Barnes.
Warren Barnes in lane number 6, making his way out from the Toronto Swim Club, 27-year-old.
Antoine Bujold.
There he is, Antoine Bujold from the Point Claire Swim Club, right beside his teammate James Guest. The second fastest qualifier, Jason Block, a fantastic CIS swimmer. There's your fastest qualifier, Richard Funk, 20-year-old from Edmonton Keano Swim Club.
And Richard Funk, everyone, all eyes are on lane 4 right now, getting a bronze medal at NC2As. And this morning he was 1:02.09. I want to see how close they can get to that minute mark. To get 2 swimmers to go to Worlds in this event, we need to be 1 minute .86 for the second swimmer, so very fast. We need to drop over a second here in the final to get 2 swimmers going.
Here we go. The Canadian mark is 59.85 by Scott Dickens.
And this morning, Jason Block in lane 5 from Calgary had a great first 15 meters, but already you can see Richard Funk catching him and passing him.
It's Funk and Block. Block is a fantastic swimmer in the short course world. Of course, the 50, the 100, and the 200 breaststrokes he's won in the last 4 years at the CIS Swimming Championships. But it's going to be Richard Funk touching first at the 50 at 28.28. In lane number 6, Warren Barnes at 29.06, and right beside him, Jason Block, 29.11, Joe.
And Richard Funk is just pulling away, and it's a great shot here to look at how they momentum forward, really looking right where his hands are going, stroke to stroke. Very high turnover. There's a lot of power in those legs, and that turnover, again, is really high here.
It is all Richard Funk, Edmonton Keano Swim Club, a 20-year-old that swims down south as well. 5 meters to go. It's going to be Richard Funk winning this 100-meter breaststroke in a great time of 1:00.87. Fantastic swim by him. Right beside him, Jason Block in 1:01.91. And winning bronze is Warren Barnes at 1:02.37. But what a fantastic race by Richard Funk, Joanne.
And in the start of this race, look at in the middle of the pool, lane 4 is Richard Funk, but lane 5 with the yellow cap actually had a better start, better underwater pull out, was slightly ahead of Funk in lane 4, but Funk quickly caught up to him. Nice streamline and utilizing almost the whole 15 meters underwater. By the time we got to the wall, Richard Funk almost had a full body length lead, 28.28 going out. And I really like his stroke. It's a very tight swim. His arms and legs pull very, very quickly, rapidly for that fast turnover into the wall. little bit of a glide. You can see he can go even faster than that, but I was happy to see him at the 1 minute mark. And hopefully one day he's going to be trying to edge out Scott Dickens' Canadian record under a minute, but still almost a second off that Canadian record of 59.85. But 1 minute .87. Birth to the World Championship
team. The winner
team.
of the men's 100 breaststroke and newest member of Team Canada. How about a round of applause for Richard Funk? Richard, a 1:00.87. The FINA A time 1/100th faster, but you're still on the team for the World Championships this summer. Must take a lot of pressure off for the rest of the week.
Yeah, it's really nice to do a best time at this meet. I'm just really happy right now with that time and to be on the team. And to do it with my family here is great.
Who do you have here up in the stands?
I have my dad, my mom, and my 2 uncles, and my little cousin, and my aunt, of course.
And your aunt, the whole Funk family coming out to cheer you on. What else are we going to see you in throughout the weekend now that you've got the main part out of the way by placing your name on that roster for Barcelona?
We're going to have some fun tomorrow on the 50, and then the 200 on Saturday, and it'll be great.
Congratulations, Richard Funk, newest member of Team Canada and winner of the 100 breaststroke here at the World Championship Trials.
Making their way to Victoria to watch their son win gold in this 100-meter breaststroke final. Richard Funk, fantastic swim by him as we go right into the next event. Joanne, this event needs no introduction for you, of course. You were the Canadian record holder in this event for a number of years, went to the Olympics in this event, dominated on a world and national stage for a number of years, the women's 400-meter individual medley.
This is a very interesting race to train and to race. It's very tactical. The 400 IM, starting with 100 meters, 2 lengths of butterfly, followed by backstroke, then breaststroke and freestyle. And most coaches will be telling their swimmers on the fly, you want to get out and set your pace, but you don't want to exert too much effort on the butterfly in the front end because you feel it tenfold on the freestyle end. So it takes a lot of years to really master this event. But it's fun when you do.
For our younger viewers out there, Joanne, what kind of strategy did you employ as a 400-meter IM specialist?
For me, I was decent in the butterfly, but I was able to go out fast without a lot of effort. Backstroke, I was also a national champion in the 200 backstroke, so I could catch everyone and pass them on the backstroke. And it wasn't until my mid-20s that I really learned breaststroke and at an international level with Coach Jan Bitterman out of Calgary. I used to have everyone pass me on the breaststroke and play catch-up on the freestyle, but you'll see the best IMers in the world usually have world-class breaststroke. It's sort of the most important leg of the IM. And then freestyle, again on the national team on the 200 freestyle, I had a very strong freestyle. So internationally, you almost have to be world-class in all 4 strokes to be world-class 400 IMer.
This is your B final of the women's 400-meter individual medley.
And you'll see with backstroke, they make it look very easy. The head nice and back, eyes looking up towards the ceiling, not a lot of head movement. You want your hips up high. And it's really a nice stroke to master because compared to the butterfly or breaststroke, it actually feels very easy. You're able to breathe when you want. I mean, of course it takes a lot of energy, but it's one of those strokes that you actually can relax a little bit, for me anyways, in the backstroke and still go quite fast.
Joanne, in your later years of swimming, did swimming with the likes of a Curtis Myden, a 400-meter IM specialist as well, and a triple Olympic medalist, did that help your progression in the 400 IM?
Absolutely, and Colin, the viewers might not know, but you were on the national team for several years. We actually trained together for many years, but when I moved to Calgary, to be training with the world's best at Curtis Myden, and we had Penny Haynes from South Africa who was world champion in breaststroke. That's why my breaststroke got better. It does nothing but help you, and we see that in Canada with Anna Mae Pierce when she was out in Vancouver and drawing Martha McCabe and Tara Van Bylen. They all got better because of her. You learn from your teammates, and you can even surpass your teammates one day, and it's really nice for our Canadians to be sharing their expertise.
Lane number 5, Lindsay Seaman. She's a 2008 Olympian. She's leading the pack here in this B final of the 400-meter IM. Right beside her, Katie Caldwell from the Pacific Seawolves.
And this is where you really start feeling it in the race. The breaststroke, again, the most important leg of the race. This is where whoever's got the strongest breaststroke can really pull ahead and make the biggest gap.
Exactly like you said, Joanne, the breaststroke's so important, and guess what? Katie Caldwell has caught Lindsay Seaman, and she's making a race out of this. Don't forget Samantha Harding in lane 6. She's edging up, and on the other side, Susanna Escobar from the Hamilton Aquatic Club. She's making a move as well. Looks to be a 4-woman race here, Joanne.
That's right. And you really want to point out the head position for these women. You notice they're not looking way far ahead of them and then moving their head back down. Their heads stay nice and steady, really focus on their next stroke. Really nice breaststrokes for these women.
Samantha Harding making a move as well in lane number 6. It's Harding, Seaman, Caldwell, and Escobar as they turn almost together for the last 100 meters of this 400-meter individual medley.
And this is where the race sets in. As you mentioned, Colin, there's 4 women almost neck and neck. Now in lane 3, pulling ahead, that's Susanna Escobar. And it's basically a sprint to the finish. Last 100 meters and last length coming up here.
Escobar looks to have the most gas in her tank as she turns for the final 50 of this grueling event, and she will turn in a time of 4:18.87. On the other side, Harding at 4:20.01, and in third, Lindsay Seaman. But it's going to be in lane number 3, Susanna Escobar. Her race to lose, 25 meters to go. Susanna Escobar, a fantastic back half to this race.
And she looks strong. She knows she's in for the win of the B final and trying to get a personal best here.
Susanna Escobar, 4:50.55, winning the B final in the women's 400-meter individual medley. Second place, Harding in 4:52.91, and in third, Lindsay Seaman. A great start, but faded in the back half at 4:52.96.
Susanna Escobar shaking her head, not looking too happy with that time. And that's the difficult thing with this race. If you're a little bit off on certain legs, you really can be way off your best time. And she looks like she was hoping to be under that 4:50 mark.
The Canadian mark, 4:35.84, held by Tanya Hunks.
And here's the first turn.
You've got to contain that speed and that excitement, don't you, Joanne, as you head into this race?
It's really a controlled race. You have to go so much effort and so much intensity, but controlled. Again, that whole easy speed of the first 100, and then go high turnover on that backstroke and really bring the legs on in the breaststroke and whatever you have left on the freestyle.
Coming up soon, it will be the women's A final. Alexa Komarnicki, she was the fastest qualifier. She'll be in lane 4, a national team veteran.
We will present the awards for the men's 100
But first,
breaststroke.
we will be heading down shortly for the medal ceremony for the men's 100-meter breaststroke. There you have the B final. Susanna Escobar. The men's 100-meter breaststroke. Richard Funk, of course, going now to Barcelona.
Once again, presenting the awards will be the president of
Just off the meet record of 1:0023 held by Scott Dickens. Warren Barnes winning bronze in 1:02.37. And there you have the CIS standout on the other side. Jason Block has had an amazing run on the CIS level. He wins silver. But the man of the hour is Richard Funk, gold medalist, receiving his medal. Big smile on his face. Checking out mom and dad.
Edmonton Cano Swim Club.
My alma mater. Very proud of him. Fantastic swim by Richard Funk. Now here we go, Joanne.
It's time now to introduce our A finalist championship.
The women's 400-meter individual medley A final.
In lane 8 from the West Vancouver Otters.
Lane number 8 as she makes her way out. Emily Overholt, 15 years old. On the other side, lane number 1, Marnie Oldershaw out of Oakville Aquatic Club. And then we go back to lane 7. Oh, that's a great wave. Karen Jewell, 19-year-old. Annie Harrison, she's swimming beside her teammate, Marnie. She's in lane 2.
Erica Seltenreich-Hodgson.
Erica Seltenreich-Hodgson in lane number 6.
In lane 3 from the Manta Swim Club, Brienne
The third fastest qualifier, Brienne Sawicki.
Lane
number 3.
Representing the Toronto Swim Club, Vanessa Treasure.
She's a treasure. Vanessa Treasure in lane number 5. And then, of course, your fastest qualifier, Alexa Komar-Nikki. Big smile, ready to race here in this women's 400-meter individual medley.
And Alexa Komar-Nikki is a crowd favorite. At trials, she medaled in 4 events before she actually made the Olympic team. She was second in this 400 IM at Olympic trials. She will be the one to beat here. She was second to Stephanie Horner, who's not in this final. The A time to get 2 women on the world's team is 4:44.53. We definitely will have the first place finisher going automatically. See if we can get 2 women under that standard.
The world mark held by Shi Wenyi of China, 4:28.43.
Such an incredibly fast swim at the Olympics she had. A lot of news that she was faster than Lochte on the way home of that event. So women are extremely fast and powerful in this 400 IM internationally.
That lady split a 58.1 on the back half of her 400 IM. Joanne, how unbelievable was that?
It was incredible.
Emily Overhaul in lane number 8, taking this out, 29.97 in lane number 2. In second place, Annie Harrison.
And Emily Overhaul has really been a standout in British Columbia. Being only 15 years of age, she's really been noted as one to watch out on the West Coast. Alexa Komar-Nikki, who's a very strong distance freestyler, look for her more in the back half of this race, in the middle of the pool.
It looks to be Overhaul still in lane number 8, taking this 400-meter IM out. And she will touch in a time of 1:04.80 in lane number 4. Komar-Nikki might be making a move. 1:04.89 in second place. And in third, Annie Harrison in lane number 2.
And the dynamics of this race are interesting because the swimmers really can't see across the pool. And with Overhaul in lane 8 far away, you see the top 4 lanes are now caught her and are passing her. You're going to see a lot of change in position as this race progresses.
Komar-Nikki in lane number 4 now has taken over the lead. Right beside her, Brienne Sawicki. Well back in lane number 5, Vanessa Treasure. Komar-Nikki turns at a time of 1:41.14.
And in the back of every woman's mind in this race is, if I get to that wall first and get that gold medal, I am going to Worlds. Second place is not guaranteed here.
Komar-Nikki with a slight lead over lane number 3, Brienne Sawicki.
And Komar-Nikki is hugging that left lane rope a little bit there, a little bit of tactic to move away from the girls racing her beside. You can actually get a bit of a slipstream as long as you don't knock your shoulder on that lane line.
Lane number 1 making her move, Marnie Oldershaw. She'll be second to Komar-Nikki at the 200 mark. Komar-Nikki still in the lead at 2:16.76 as we move into the breaststroke.
Whoa, and this is where the race really takes off. Lane 1 really making a push there. Marnie Oldershaw swimming out of Oakville, where they have a lot of great breaststrokes. That's Tara Van Bylen's home club. Sean Baker, the coach there. He was the coach of Lauren Van Oosten, world champion in breaststroke. So look for her to move ahead. But really, Alexa Komar-Nikki is holding her own there.
It is Oldershaw making her move in this breaststroke part of the 400-meter individual medley. Komar-Nikki not letting her out of her sights, though. She'll touch first in 2:56.98. In second place, in lane number 6, Seltenreich-Hodgson making her move as well, 2:57.08.
Well, the dynamics are changing here with Seltenreich-Hodgson really starting to bring on the power. Just looks like she's edging out Komar-Nikki here. Again, Komar-Nikki with a really great back end freestyle here.
Selton Reich Hodgson having an unbelievable breaststroke here in this 400-meter IM. Komarnicki about a half a body length behind her. Over in lane number 1, Oldershaw trying to keep on for the bronze. It will be Selton Reich Hodgson, though, turning at the wall in 3:36.74, right behind her, Komarnicki.
She has just about over a second over Komarnicki. This is going to be a fight to the end. The winner of this event is guaranteed on the World Championships. You cannot afford to come second here.
There it is, Selton Reich Hodgson taking a look over at Komarnicki. Komarnicki not letting Hodgson out of her sights. Who will it be as we turn into this final 50 meters? It will be Selton Reich Hodgson at 4:09.64, right behind her, Komarnicki.
Just under a second separating the two women here. The stands are going crazy here with family members and teammates.
It is Komarnicki and Hodgson. Looks to be Komarnicki overtaking Hodgson. It's going to be a dogfight as we go into the last 15 meters. Komarnicki, Hodgson, Selton Reich Hodgson and Komarnicki.
4:44.53, the time for number 2 to make it.
2 meters to go. It's going to be Komarnicki at 4:41.65.
And they both make the team, Colin. Amazing. That is great for Team Canada. 2 IMers, Komarnicki and Selton Reich Hodgson, number 2. Parents up here all hugging each other. Both their daughters are making the team. Komarnicki, you can see the exhaustion in that race and coming back to fight for that gold, knowing that was the only guarantee to make the World Championship team.
What an unbelievable race. So many lead changes, Joanne, in this 400-meter IM. Back and forth, Komarnicki, Selton Reich Hodgson. And of course you've got in lane number 1, Marnie Oldershaw finishing 3rd, but wow, what a race, Joe.
And Komarnicki was not in the lead in the butterfly, but she held it together. She had a game plan, a strategy. We got to see young Emily Overholt taking the lead in the butterfly.
There she is. Komarnicki so happy.
And into the freestyle, Komarnicki was a second behind with 1 length to go. And this is how strong of a freestyler she is, and it paid off for her to be a distance freestyler. She was able to overtake Erica Selton Reich Hodgson, but Selton Reich Hodgson was fast enough under that World FINA 8 qualifying time easily. 1-2, both going to Worlds.
Great race as we take it downstairs to Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, on deck with our winner and second place finisher and newest members of Team Canada for this summer's World Championships, Alexa Komarnicki and Erica Selton Reich Hodgson. First off, Alexa, 4:41.65 with the win. You're on the team on day 2 this year, and a big smile on your face for that one.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I missed the team in this event last year, and it kind of broke my heart a little bit, so I needed a little bit of redemption. It feels great.
Now, you were second with 50 to go, and you really picked it up on that final 50. How great was it to race here with Erica and push each other to the wall on this final 50?
It was great. You know, I think we really pushed each other, and I think she needed me, and I needed her, and we both got under their time, and now we're both going, which is awesome.
Well, Alexa, congratulations. Erica Selton Reich Hodgson on your first senior national team here in the 400 individual medley. Pretty excited, obviously, and with that time, 4:42.71, you're going to have a great summer here in Barcelona on Team Canada.
I hope so. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited.
Now, did you know that you were ahead of Alexa at that final 50 and you really had to push to the wall to get under that FINA A qualifying time?
Yeah, I knew for sure. I know she's a lot stronger in freestyle than I am, so I just had to hold on as long as possible.
And now you've also got the 200 IM coming up in a couple days. A little bit of the pressure off for that one.
Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah.
Well, congratulations to Alexa Komarnicki and Erica Selton Reich Hodgson, newest members of Team Canada for 2013 World Championships.
Well, thanks, Chris, and what a fantastic race. There you go, pure joy by Selton Reich Hodgson.
She worked for that one, earned that one.
Wow, just an unreal back and forth battle. Coming out on top, Komarnicki, but of course, Selton Reich Hodgson has her ticket punched to Barcelona now. As we go now to the B final of the men's 400-meter individual medley. Fastest qualifier here is David Dimitrov. He swims for the Liquid Lightning Swim Club, 21-year-old. Komarnicki, of course, missed the Olympic team in the 400-meter IM. So the sweet taste of redemption for her in that race, Joanne.
It was hard. She was at the Olympics, but watching the 400 IM go and knowing she wanted to be in there was always hard. So sometimes that's fuel for your fire, right? And she did a great swim there.
Love to see the absolute joy on Seltenreich Hodgson, just ecstatic about making the team, and that's kind of what you're looking for in Canadian swimming with this up-and-coming talent, no?
Absolutely. It's great to see both women on the team. And here in this event, we've got David Dimitrov, and he's from West Kelowna, coached by his father, and he's been on many junior teams and looking to get on this World Championship team. Unfortunately, he's made the B final here.
Comfortable lead for Dimitrov. 5 meters into this first 100. He will turn in a time of 58.96. Over in lane 7, Braden Salmon, 59.76. And in lane number 3 in third place, Tristan Cote at 1 minute 84.
And Canada has had a rich history in men's 400 IM internationally with Curtis Maiden and Alex Bauman, Brian Johns. And again, it's been, as a youngster, to see all those Olympians winning medals really makes the future generation that much stronger.
Dimitrov turning in a time of 1:33.65, but not letting him out of his sights. Braden Salmon in lane number 7, 1:35.47.
And it's these moments I love to talk about stroke, and so many Canadian swimmers out there that are learning the strokes and trying to perfect the strokes. And again, you can see how steady that their heads are and their eye position. You want that nice fast turnover. This is a 400. These guys are tired, and yet there's quite a high turnover on their arms. Make it look very relaxed and easy. Here's the turn onto the breaststroke. The underwater pull-out's very important. One pull with one dolphin kick, one breaststroke kick up, and off you go racing.
Dimitrov comfortably in the lead in this B final of the 400-meter individual medley.
And you see, I know Scott Dickens has done many swim camps where he's teaching the youth how to do breaststroke properly, and the scoop of the arms and one continuous pull forward, and the glide is at the top of your stroke there as you glide forward. Timing in breaststroke is everything.
It is still Dimitrov in lane number 4. Over in lane number 6, right behind him, Jonathan Brown now has taken second spot. And in third, we've got a gutter ball, Jeremy Boucher in 2:48.56, trying to make his move here in this B final.
Following this B final, we will present the awards for that women's 400 individual medley.
Jeremy Boucher really trying to catch up to Dimitrov in lane 4 in the middle of the pool.
Boucher having a fantastic breaststroke portion of this race, overtaking Dimitrov. Will he be able to hold him off in the 100 free now? The portion of the 400-meter IM. Boucher, Dimitrov, and Jonathan Brown. Who will it be? Looks like Boucher and Dimitrov will battle it out in the final 50. Turning first, it will be Dimitrov in 3:56.21. Right behind him, Jeremy Boucher, 3:57.18, but making a move here in lane number 5. It is Bogdan Knezevich swimming for the Etobicoke Swim Club.
It's always difficult when you're the fastest qualifier in the B final because you were oh so close to making that A final and a shot at a medal or a world's team here. Coming in for the win, Dimitrov.
It is Dimitrov at 4:26.05. Knezevich in second, and in third spot, out of lane number 1, Jeremy Boucher at 4:27.95.
And Dimitrov's time there would have qualified him for the final had he swum that in preliminaries. So a bit bittersweet, but again, good practice for the future. Continue racing your events and being tough. If you don't qualify for the A final, to get in there, get in the B final and race it again. Work on some of those things.
As we get set for the men's 400-meter individual medley A final, we'll first head over to the other side of the pool for the medal ceremony for the women, and there you have it. The results are final in the B final, the 400-meter individual medley. And there you go. Right now, my favorite race, Joanne, so far of the night, this women's 400-meter IM.
Yeah, you know what? Again, 2 women qualifying for that FINA A standard. It's a difficult standard, obviously, and to have 2 women and a little bit of a surprise with Erica Seltenreich-Hodgson almost winning the race, but holding on to be under that standard and earning her berth to Barcelona.
Marnie Oldershaw getting bronze out of lane 1. Fantastic swim by her. What a great swim, big smile. She's got to be ecstatic with that. And then, of course, Erica Seltenreich-Hodgson. She's got her ticket punched. Here I come, Barcelona. Oh, she's so happy, and she has a crowd following her here tonight in day 2. But the winner, Alexa Komarnicki, a veteran of this national team. Big wave to the crowd.
And this is her home pool. She knows this pool very well, trains here. Again, crowd favorite.
Congratulations, ladies. As we get set for the A final now. Some fun storylines up ahead in this one as they start to make their walk on in lane number 8, getting ready. Stephen Bealby, 23-year-old from Point Claire Swim Club. On the other side, another Oakville Aquatic Club member. They're strong in the 400 IM. Evan White, World Championship team member Ali Abdel Khalik in lane number 7. Patrick Cowan in lane number 2, 22-year-old out of Saskatoon. Mac Darragh in lane number 6.
Will Brothers.
Will Brothers clapping it, getting ready in lane number 3.
Luke Riley.
Second fastest qualifier, Luke Riley. Your fastest qualifier, however, the youngest Canadian on last year's Olympic squad, Alec Page. He's part of this up-and-coming talent here that Canada has to offer for the future and the road to Rio, Joanne.
And he trains here in Victoria. Teammates of Ryan Cochran. He's got a great distance. Freestyle behind him. He was 4th at Olympic trials in the 1500, and that just aids him in this 400 IM. In London, he placed 22nd in this event, and he's looking to earn a spot to Barcelona and improve on his position internationally.
Canadian mark is your former teammate, Joe. 4:11.41. World mark is an unreal 4:03.84 by, yeah, you guessed it, Michael Phelps.
And that's one of the only world records that sort of stood the time of the polyurethane suits and was not broken at London 2012. 4:03, so incredibly fast. And our Canadian record, Brian Johns, 4:11.41. It's about 12 seconds faster than anyone qualified here this morning.
Alec Page taking this out in 27.50. Right down the lane here, lane number 6, Mac Darragh, 27.58. And right beside him, Ali Abdel Khalik, not letting him out of his sights.
Alec Page is looking very comfortable in this butterfly. Nice lead. But again, this world qualifying A time is 4:18.99 to have the second place swimmer actually qualify for the team. You want to win this event to guarantee your spot.
It is Alec Page and Patrick Cowan battling it out in this first portion of the 400-meter IM. Page, half a body length lead now on Cowan over in lane 2. Page looking incredibly comfortable.
Oh, I really like his turnover speed right now. He looks so solid. See, the chest is up nice and high. He's really riding the wave high in the water. Nice fast turnover. He's extending his lead here. Patrick Cohen falling behind here. Backstroke is not his specialty. Alec Page very strong here.
Page, of course, swims with Eric Hedlund, 1,500-meter specialist, and Ryan Cochran, so you know that his work, his aerobic capacity will be there, training with those two.
And Coach Randy Bennett has so many positive things to say about Alec Page and his future and his ability to train and be very versatile and work out. And in IM, it's important that you are a strong distance freestyler and you can do breaststroke and you can work with everybody all the time, and that's what's going to make you the best in the world.
Page looking incredibly comfortable as he makes the turn in 2:04.43. 3 seconds later, Patrick Cowan, and right beside Page in third, 2:07.60, Luke Riley, but it is all Page right now in this 400-meter IMA final. His to lose as he looks incredibly strong in this breaststroke portion.
Page is just pulling away. This is his event. He's going to win gold here. The question is anyone going to be fast enough for that second time? It doesn't look like it. Page wants to really keep lowering his best time because internationally he's on a mission.
As we stated earlier, the youngest Canadian to make the Olympic team last year. Definitely one of the names to watch in the upcoming years. In Barcelona and in Rio, Alec Page, 25 meters to go in this breaststroke portion, looking incredibly comfortable, Joe.
He is, and at that last split, he's just 2 seconds over that Canadian record mark of Brian John. So this is a great race for him. We'll see how close he is to the Canadian record mark here with 100 meters to go, 2 lengths.
Into the wall, it is all Alec Page as he turns in 3:17.88.
He is about 4 seconds off Canadian record pace, but his goal here is to win, to get his berth on the World Championship team for this event, the 400 IM, and he's looking strong. Look at that fabulous kick. You can see the nice wave he's creating behind him, accelerating forward. It's nice to swim a race where you're almost 10 to 15 meters ahead of the next person. It's his whole center stage here.
This almost looks Phelpsian-like here, yeah. Joanne. Alec Page, 19 years young, turning in a time of 3:48.44. Great things ahead for this young man. An unbelievable 400 IM as he comes in 25 meters to go. It is all Alec Page. The battle is for second and third, but first is locked up. 15 meters, Alec Page looking stronger and stronger as he comes into the wall with 5 meters to go. Alec Page, wow, what a swim and a win at 4:18.06. Second place will be Luke Riley at 4:22.36, and in third, Will Brothers, 4:23.66. But the story in this one, Alec Page.
And that is faster than Alec went at the Olympic Games where he placed 22nd. He is moving in the right direction with that time there in swim. And here in Canada, he really has to do this race all by himself, winning by that much of a margin. But at the beginning, he was very strong and comfortable in the lead, only challenged by one other swimmer off in the far end. Here's the turn here. Very comfortable. Again, with that spin, you want to bring your legs very close to your body, tucking your knees, spinning like a little pinball, getting off that wall, utilizing your underwater work. You can see how nice and streamlined he is. Backstroke, he had such a strong backstroke, nice and long arms. Fast turnover when you're tired. It's really difficult to get your turnover, your speed of your arms moving quick enough. He was able to do that. Very nice form in the backstroke. Breaststroke here, this is where he just moved ahead and he was in his own world here, his own stratosphere here on the breaststroke. It's unfortunate for him. Hopefully we get more Canadians pushing him so we can have more than just Alec really on that international scene in the 400 IM. Freestyle was all his coming in for that last leg.
No holes in this 400-meter IM. Wow, great race.
Individual medley, Alec Page winning here tonight, 4:18.06. Just fixed up his hair a little bit for us tonight as we go out live on sportsnet.ca. Alec, 4:18.06, your second event for this summer in Barcelona.
I'm really excited about it. I was hoping to go a little bit faster, but I'm still excited with the win.
Well, a little bit faster will come this summer with a few more months preparation heading into Barcelona. But a 4:18, and was the win more important tonight than the time?
It was a little bit of both. I mean, I wanted to come in and win, obviously, but then I wanted to try to be a bit faster than I was at Olympic trials last year. unfortunately a little bit slower than that, but it's still only my third time under 420, so I'm still happy.
How great is it for you to be able to swim here in your home pool where you train each and every day here in Victoria at Saanich Commonwealth Place?
Oh, it's great. I get to sleep in my own bed.
He has to sleep in his own bed. Alec Page, ladies and gentlemen, champion here in the men's 400 individual medley at the World Championship Trials.
Well, there you have it. Alec Page, his coach, Randy Bennett, has some fun with him on a daily basis, Joanne. Alec, always the last one to get into the pool. It's called Alec time. He takes his time, but he didn't take his time in that 400-meter IM, winning it in a time of 4:18.06. You heard him. Wasn't really happy with the time. Of course, happy with the win, but he wanted to be faster.
He went faster than he did at the Olympic Games, but at Olympic trials he was even faster than that time. So he's a little bit of work to do, and I know he wants to be much faster at World Championships this summer.
On to some speed here. The women's 50-meter breaststroke B final. Fastest qualifier in this B final is Sadie Fasquez.
And this is where you can see amazing underwater work. The very tight streamline, arms squeezed against your ears, 15 meters underwater and spinning your arms as fast as you can move them.
All right, as we go, the 50-meter backstroke. It is a dash for cash. Who will it be? Lane number 7. Danielle Hanus looks to be in the lead, and who will touch first? And it is Danielle Hanus, 29:34. Lane number 5. It is Marie-Pierre Couillard in second place, and in third, Alexia Zebnik, 29:82. But it is all start and finish in the 50s, Joanne.
It is. The most important parts are getting off the blocks at the beginning, but timing that wall and really accelerating into the wall and touching the wall. Again, 100ths of a second makes a difference. And into the wall here really is anyone's race between lane 1 and lane 8.
Danielle Hanus just out touching the field. You see her there in lane 7, reaching back. Great touch, just out touching Marie-Pierre Couillard. She swims out of Les Rivières-Lévis. As we go now to the medal ceremony for the men's 400-meter individual medley.
Once again, presenting the awards for the men's 400 individual medley.
Alec Page making his stamp on this event. Will he be the next Curtis Meiden, Brian Johns, Alex Bauman? Is that a possibility?
I know that's what his goal is, absolutely. He's got a little bit of work, but you can see he was, within 2 seconds of the Canadian record at one point. He's very young, only 19 years of age, just starting his international career. And when he's training with the likes of Ryan Cochran, who truly sees and believes himself being the world's best, he's right there with him every day. It's going to rub off on you as well.
As you said, it's vital to train with world-class talent, and he does. He has it. Eric Hedlund, his training partner, good friend, and of course Ryan Cochran probably takes him to school on a daily basis, and that's good news for Alec Page because he needs to learn, and he will, on his journey to get to the podium in Rio. Next stop, however, will be Barcelona in the summer for the World Championships. Look for him. Great race by Alec Page as we get set for this 50-meter backstroke A final. The women making their way out in lane number 8. Gabrielle Soussis. On the other side, Ingrid Wilm from Cascade Swim Club, 14 years young. Hillary Caldwell, 22-year-old Pacific Sea Wolf. Samantha Correa, lane number 2, 19-year-old from the UBC Dolphins. Christina Steins, a nice little wave there, 17 years young. Brooklyn Snodgrass, an NC2A standout, 18-year-old.
Cobras from Paige Miller.
Paige Miller in lane number 5. and the fastest qualifier, won the 100 last night. Sinead Russell, big smile from her.
And we're going to see some amazing examples of underwater work and fabulous time. Sinead Russell won the 100-meter backstroke. Look for her in lane 4. No one will be selected to the World Championships off this race, but nevertheless, national title is on the line.
Canadian mark in this event, 28.09, held by Julia Wilkinson as they break 15 meters, and a terrible start in lane number 3 by Brooklyn Snodgrass.
She must have slipped off the start. That does happen, unfortunately. Beside her, Sinead Russell did get a great start, already pulling ahead here. About 10 meters to go.
It looks like Sinead Russell, Paige Miller, and Christina Steins. Who will it be touching first? Sinead Russell in 28.27, right beside her, Paige Miller, and right beside her, Christina Steins in 28.94. There she is, Sinead Russell.
She's going to be happy with that second win. Looking forward to the 200 backstroke on days to follow. Steins, who got a bronze medal, is a teammate of hers that did make the World Championship team yesterday in the 100-meter backstroke. So there they go again, celebrating the podium together, first and third. And Paige finishing with a silver medal.
As we take this down to Chris, some more thoughts from Sinead.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're on deck here with Sinead Russell, winner of the 50 backstroke, on the team in the 100, and another win here at the World Championship Trials in the 50 back. You got to be pretty happy so far with your weekend.
Yeah, I'm happy so far. I have another 2 days to prepare for, so we'll see how those go.
Were you happy with that time here tonight in the 50?
Yeah, it's the best time by like 6/10.
Best time by over half a second for Sinead Russell. What else do you have coming up over the next 2 days that you just said you were going to prepare for?
I have a 200 freestyle in the relay in about 20 minutes, and then 200 backstroke tomorrow, and I get to swim at 50 on the last day.
There you go, busy schedule for Sinead Russell, winner of the women's 50 backstroke here at the World Championship Trials.
Sinead Russell looking for that triple crown, won the 100, won the 50 tonight. Looking for the win in the 200 later on this week, winning in a time of 28.27. As we go to the B final for the men's 50-meter backstroke. The man in the middle, my favorite name of the week, Yvonne Coconubo, Joanne, 19-year-old.
Coconubo.
Club de Natation de Gatineau.
So as we saw in the women's final, it's a bit of a danger in the start. You don't want your feet to slip down. You basically, everyone's gone. So you got to make sure you're gripped on really well with your feet and hands.
Some disqualifications in that B final, or in that A final, however. As we start off in this B final for the men, underwater work, as Joanne said, so important.
Pretty even field here.
As they make their way, 20 meters to go. Yvonne Coconubo in lane number 4, Ferraro right beside him. Kyle Haas in lane number 3. Who will it be? Coconubo in 4, and it will be in lane number 6, Hans Heyer, 26.96. Mitchell Benkic in lane number 1 with 27.00, and Coconubo just getting out touched in lane number 4 at 27.10. Before we get to that A final, there it is. The final results for that B final of the men's 50-meter backstroke.
It's always interesting to see people in different events. David Sharp at 200 butterfly swimming the 50 backstroke there.
Sinead Russell, of course, an Olympian. Her brother, Colin Russell, a Canadian national team veteran.
Right. Yes, and Sinead did excellent at the London Olympics, and is really just starting her career. She's going to university now and represents the Dolphin Swim Club.
The bronze medalist,
Christina Stein.
from Dolphin Swimming,
Receiving
Christina
her
Stein.
bronze medal. Of course, as Joanne stated, not a selection event, but an important one nonetheless. Test speed, technical aspects of the race, walls, touches, breakout, very important.
And sometimes, Colin, there are stand-ins at the medal podium, because that is not Sinead Russell, but she will be receiving her medal. Sinead's getting ready for the relay coming up. But we like stunt doubles here on the medal podium.
No issue with that. As long as she's smiling, and she is, that's perfect. So ladies make their way off the podium stage. Let's get set for some speed, Joanne. The 50-meter backstroke for men, A final.
University of Alberta, Joe Byram.
In lane number 8 as he makes his walkout, Joe Byram from the University of Alberta. And over in lane number 1, Jeremy Deswerick, swimming unattached.
And the Greater Ottawa Kingfish, Adam Best.
Adam Best in lane number 7, 21-year-old from Go.
Charles Francis.
The man who won the 100 last night, Charles Francis, Olympian in lane number 2.
The Newmarket Stingrays, Jeffrey Swanston.
Jeffrey Swanston, we've seen him earlier tonight, 18-year-old out of Newmarket.
Russell Wood.
Russell Wood, Cascade swimmer, 18-year-old in lane number 3, Gleb Zuvarov. The second fastest qualifier and the fastest qualifier, brother of Jeffrey, Matthew Swanston in lane number 4. Canadian mark here is 25-23, held by Pascal Wallach.
This is going to be a great race. Brothers in here for a medal. Again, not a qualifier, but national medals are up for grabs.
Clean start. Lane number 4 had a great one. Matthew Swanston. He breaks out first.
And noticeably advantage here at start was he's coached by his father, Alan Swanson. See if he can hold on into the finish here. Great turnover.
With 5 meters to go, it's too close to call. This men's 50-meter backstroke A final, and it will be in lane number 2, Charles Francis, the 100-meter backstroke winner, 26.08. In second place, Russell Wood, 26.12. And in 200ths of a second later, Jeremy Swanston over in lane number 6 in third place. But Charles Francis in lane number 2 trying to make a triple crown of it as well with Sinead Russell in this backstroke.
And that really goes to show what a lot of experience has for you. He was not the man in the lead on the first length. He was able to pull off into the wall to win that gold medal in the 50-meter backstroke. He was in lane 2, the second from the top of your screen in the white cap. Still doesn't even look like he had the lead till about 4 meters, 3 meters to go. He's quite even. Timing of the wall critical. And he just got that last arm really quick. He sped up the speed of that last arm to touch first. Really great, the timing of that wall.
As we go down to Chris Hindmarch Watson to talk a little bit more with Charles Francis.
We're down this far end against our winner here in the men's 50 backstroke, Charles Francis. Another weight here, not a qualifying event, but most likely if you're already on the team for the 100, you'll swim for 50 off in Barcelona.
Yeah, that was something I was really looking forward to. Becoming more of a sprinter now, so if I get to swim the boat, it's an awesome.
And now Barcelona this summer with Team Canada. The team keeps growing every night. It's pretty exciting here in Victoria. Must be pretty exciting for you to be back on the national team this summer.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a great summer, and all the young ones and the veteran on the team is going to be awesome.
Well, congratulations, Charles Francis, winner of the men's 50 back. Best of luck this summer and the rest of the weekend here at the World Championship Trials.
There you have it, your gold medalist in the 50-meter backstroke. Charles Francis won the 100-meter backstroke last night. He's going to Barcelona. Obviously has some great speed. He'll be looking for another win in the 200. As we head over to the final events of the night, the women's 4x200 meter freestyle relay. There you see Charles Francis.
And I've been tallying the new members tonight for selection, and we're up to 10. 3 each are new members for the relays, men and women. 2 breaststrokers, men and women, and 2 IMers, men and women. 3 IMers, sorry, 2 women, 1 male.
As this B final in the 4x200 meter freestyle relay takes off, Joanne, your thoughts on this evening's events?
It's been a pleasure to see the people making it, especially the swimmers that made it as the second FINA A standard was broken, because that is a very difficult standard. A lot of the events we see only one swimmer making it, so to be coming second and making it under that standard is a huge accomplishment. Erica Seltenreich Hodgson for me was a standout second place swim there for the 400 IM, and Alexa Kormanicki taking that gold in the event.
For me, it was that 400 IM that knocked my socks off. Kormanicki and Seltenreich Hodgson back and forth. That lead changed so many times. Some fantastic swims, no doubt. There are some question marks out there. That men's 100 meter freestyle, no one broke 50 point. They're all going on the relay, but there's some definite work that needs to be done there.
Absolutely, and it's known. So this will give them some more international experience, but we really want those men to get closer to the likes of Brent Hayden, and we have a lot to learn from him. We have the technology, we have the coaching to make it happen, and we just need more swimmers that want it and see it for themselves.
As we look at this B final and the women's 4x200 meter freestyle relay, and leading this B final is Point Claire Swim Club. Allison Ackman, 20-year-old. She's taking it out. Right behind her in lane number 4, Chantal Aslan from the Manta Swim Club, and in lane number 5, Laura Johnston, a 15-year-old out of Etobicoke.
The 4x200 free relay for women is where we placed 4th at the Olympics. Here, each individual club has 4 swimmers representing them, each doing 4 50-meter lengths of the pool here, so a very long race.
Takeovers, of course, are incredibly important in the relays. Point Claire still in the lead. Gabrielle Desjanoux. Swimming for Point Claire Manta is Carol Claret, and in Etobicoke, Melania Zaraska. In lane number 5, 15-year-old, swimming out of Etobicoke.
And each swimmer really feels the pressure of doing their best, but there's something about relays, Colin, that really makes swimmers often do better than their lifetime best time on a relay split, just because they want to do it for their teammates and their club so much.
And speaking with some of the head coaches, Joanne, the last few days, they have voiced their opinion of relays in Canadian swimming, and they feel that there needs to be more of a team aspect and a team commitment to these relays, and bringing up names like Rick Say and Brent Hayden, the glue almost for a lot of these relays, and it never was more evident than the women's 4x200. What a fantastic event they put on in London. That needs to be pushed forward, and that agenda needs to be pushed forward in the future of Canadian relay swimming.
Absolutely.
You've still got Point Claire in the lead. Gabrielle Desjanoux, 17-year-old. She's being reeled in, however, by Carol Claret. As they inch further to the halfway mark of this 4x200 meter freestyle relay. Gabrielle Desjanoux taking a look over. Claret reeling her in this heat 1 of 2.
It's a good race happening here. There might be a change in position.
Claret has caught her and passing her, and she will hand it off to Jane McDougall, 16-year-old from Manta. Ashley McGregor from Point Claire right behind her, 20-year-old. Joanne Alec Page, a fantastic swimmer, no doubt. What does he need to do now to take it to the next level of international swimming for Canada?
As an IMer, there's always a lot of places you can work on. With there being 4 different events, his freestyle is very strong there, but his front end with the butterfly and backstroke, you can always do a little more butterfly training and work on your turns more. I know for me, one of my weaknesses were my turns, and just by improving turns alone, you can drop about 4 seconds on an individual middle race without actually swimming faster, just getting in and out of those turns better. And his underwater work, it looked good, but it could always be better. So with Randy Bennett, he's been on the ball with Ryan Cochran, he's on the ball with Alec Page. They enjoy working together, so I'm sure they have an extensive game plan for the next 4 years and even beyond.
Enjoyed that post-race interview with Alec and how he said he wasn't completely satisfied with that race, and that was good. It's refreshing to see that, you know, he wants more, and he's happy with the win, of course, but the time he recognizes needs to be better, and he wants to be around that Canadian record, 4:11:41 by Brian Johns. He needs to be down there to be internationally competitive, and he recognizes that, and that's refreshing, Joanne.
It is. You need to be a realist. And there's a lot of work to be done. The international stage is so strong, so many countries that are just posting times, breaking world records that we never thought they would be broken. And so if we want to be up there amongst those best and world-breaking swims, there's a lot of work to be done. And if you're willing, the world is your oyster.
Bit of a yo-yo match here in this heat 1 of 2 4x200 meter freestyle relay. Point Claire has now taken over the lead.
And you can see with Point Claire, they've got Samantha Cheverton anchoring their relay. She's already made this World Championship team.
I don't think anyone's going to catch her, Joanne. Call me crazy, but I really highly doubt it in this Heat 1.
But Brianne Sawicki beside her from Manta is also a very fast swimmer. But Samantha Cheverton, being a World Championship team member, she's going to be tough to catch, that is for sure.
Samantha Cheverton anchoring this 4x200 freestyle relay for Point Claire. Right beside her, Brianne Sawicki. Of course, she's a national team member as well. But she's all out in front there, all by herself. Samantha Cheverton, 24-year-old.
She was second in the 200 freestyle yesterday to Jardin. She's number 2 Canadian in this race individually. And today she made the team in the 100, placing 4th. Solid freestyler, that is for sure. Let's look at her stroke. She's very petite, but powerful, Cheverton. A lot of power underwater. And the recovery, what we see over top of the water, that's not where all the work's taking place. You want to be slightly relaxed on the upper part of the swimming, but all the work is underneath your body, which we can't see with these shots.
Cheverton, a country mile ahead of Brianne Sawicki. She turns in a time of 7:45:19.
And this is great to see how much force she's generating with her kick. Try to count how many times she kicks with every stroke here. We like to call it a 6-beat kick. It's very powerful. Swimmers, young swimmers must know to be top in the world, you have to have a nice steady 6-beat kick or more to rank with the best in the world.
She will win this 4x200 freestyle relay easily for her team. 8:16:04 will be the time to beat for Heat 2. For the women's 4x200 meter freestyle relay as Brianne Sawicki comes in for Manta, and she'll touch in a time of 8:29:95. Well behind Samantha Cheverton. Coming up in third with about 10 meters to go is Sophia Carnival, and she will touch in a time of 8:46:86. That is your Heat 1, the women's 4x200 freestyle relay.
Results official from the first heat. We're now into Heat 2, women's 4x200 freestyle relay. Introducing our teams. In lane 1, Oakville Aquatic Club. Lane 2, Olympian Swim Club. Lane 3 from Camo, Lane 4, University of Calgary Swim Club. 5, the Dolphin Swim Club. 6,
as we get
Edmonton
set,
Keano
this is
Swim
the
Club. In
B
7,
final, the
Etobicoke
fastest
Swimming.
teams
And 8,
for the 4x200
Windsor Essex
freestyle
Swim
relay.
Team.
Oakville in 1, Olympian Swim Club in 2, Club Aquatique in 3, University of Calgary in 4, Dolphin Swim Club, there you see them right there in lane 5, Edmonton Keano in 6, Etobicoke in 7, and Windsor in 8. Sinead Russell leading off the Dolphin Swim Club in lane 5. She just swam the 50 back. As they take off, Sinead Russell from the Dolphin Swim Club in 5 and Rachel McCall right beside each other. She's over in lane number 4, swimming for the University of Calgary Swim Club.
And each individual club really wants to win these medals for their team. They get a lot of points for their team, and that matters to the clubs for their rankings.
It is Sinead Russell and Rachel McCall, and right beside her, Sarah Lee Abbé from Club Aquatique Montreal.
And there's some strategy here with leading Sinead Russell off with the Dolphin Swim Club there in lane 5. Often they want the fastest swimmer to go first in order to get them in the lead and force the younger swimmers that may not be as fast to really step up to maintain their lead. So a little bit different thinking here, whether to put your fastest swimmer first or in the anchor position, which is last.
Rachel McCall taking this one out in 59.58. She's the leader, but right beside her, not letting Rachel go anywhere, Sinead Russell. And on the other side, Sarah Lee Abbé from Club Aquatique Montreal. Still a very tight race, and as heat number 2 of the women's 4x200 meter freestyle relay, and turning, however, in lane number 4 first. Rachel McCall, 131.66. Right beside her, Sinead Russell, 132.05.
And this is a great swim for McCall of the University of Calgary Swim Club in lane 4. Sinead Russell is a very strong swimmer. She's trying to pass her here into the wall. She's holding her own.
McCall and Russell battling it out. Who will touch first in the first portion of this 4x200 freestyle relay? And it's McCall, 2:03.06. Not far behind Sinead Russell, 2:03.66. McCall handing that over to Brianna Hendricks, who now will have to fight off Olivia Sparilia from the Dolphin Swim Club, 16-year-old. Looks like she's already caught Brianna Hendricks.
And it's always interesting to see the new blood in the water and what they can bring to the table at the World Championships. This is one of the most exciting races as well.
Of course, you'll remember that epic battle between Lochte and Phelps in the 200 freestyle in London. What a fantastic race that was. And for this 4x200 freestyle relay for the women, for the Canadians on an international level, this is a fantastic event for Canada, coming fourth, of course, at the London Olympics in 2012 and looking to get onto the podium in Barcelona here in the summer.
And Olivia there swimming for the Dolphins in lane 5. She's a really nice long stroke. A lot of swimmers tend to rush their strokes, and you actually swim slower when you do that. It takes a lot of strength to keep your stroke long. Get a nice kick in there.
Dolphin swimming still in the lead at 3:36.21. Right behind him is UCSC, 3:36.66. Brianna Hendricks looks to be overtaking. Now half a body length lead over Olivia Spralia, 16-year-old from Dolphins. It's Brianna Hendricks who will touch and give that lead over to Alana Skodpol.
third leg here. And this is where we'll see how the depth of every swim club. Often they have 1 or 2 swimmers that excel in the 200 free, but to have 4, it's a different ball game. So we may see a bit of a lead switch here, depending on the depth of each team.
It is a bit of a yo-yo match here, Joanne. Lane number 5, Maren McCann now has the lead in 4:37.56. Right beside her, Rachel Muradin at 4:38.50 from the Edmonton Keano Swim Club. And in third place is the University of Calgary Swim Club. But it is all Dolphins right now. A body length and a half lead over the rest of the field. Maren McCann, 5:09.78, but Rachel Muradin from Edmonton Keano catching her ever so slightly. Will she be able to grab that lead in this last 100 here?
Edmonton and Keano really trying to edge up on the leaders, the Dolphin Swim Club. And as a swimmer swimming the 200 freestyle, when you see that wall with only 1 length to go, you get a bit more energy surge into your body to bring on your legs. Kick a little harder into your last length.
Still Dolphins in the lead. In lane number 5, Maren McCann, 5:42.47. Muradin from Edmonton Keano trying to make a move, but she won't catch her here. Maybe her teammate, Devin Bibeau, will do the work. It's up to her to catch the Dolphin swim team. Maren McCann will touch in a time of 6:15.18. Right behind her, Edmonton Keano Swim Club, Devin Bibeau will try to make that move, see if she can.
What a nice stroke here. Look at the legs kicking. Her feet are actually kicking so hard they're coming up out of the water. You got to be careful. You don't want to catch too much air with your feet. You want to have a lot of that kick inside, but that is a very strong kick here.
That's Lauren Dixon from the Dolphin Swim Club. Looks like a 50 sprint instead of a 200 for her, but if she can hold on to it, why not?
She obviously wants this title for her team.
Lauren Dixon comfortable in the lead. Edmonton Keano now battling for silver. Over in lane number 1, Oakville Aquatic Club, Marnie Oldershaw, we know her. She's making a move. She's taken over second place, but in first, it's still Lauren Dixon and the Dolphin Swim Club turning in a time of 7:14.54. There you go, lane number 2, Oakville Aquatic, 7:19.30. And Devin Bibeau from Edmonton Keano trying to hold on for that bronze medal. We'll see if she can.
They have a 5-second lead, the Dolphin Swim Club. Nobody's going to be catching them for this gold medal here.
Lauren Dixon comfortable in the lead with 50 meters to go.
One thing to note, in the previous heat, the winning time from the Point Claire Swim Club was 8:16.04, so they would actually be very close to here swimming with the Dolphin Swim Club. It looks like the Dolphin Swim Club will still beat that time, but in that previous heat, the Point Claire would be about a body length behind.
It is all Lauren Dixon in this heat number 2 of the 4x200 freestyle relay for women. Lauren Dixon, 5 meters to go.
Actually, they're not even going to win this. It's the previous heat had 8:16.04 as the winning time. So this is actually the second place time, 8:20.70.
8:20.70 will not give her the win, but second place. And in third place is Oakville Aquatic at 8:24.41, and out of a medal is Edmonton Keano Swim Club with 8:24.75, Joanne.
And the reason why that happened, that doesn't happen too often, Point Claire was entered with a no time. So if they had a time, they would have been in that fastest heat. So they're swimming blind, the Dolphin Swim Club, not knowing, you know, that the Point Claire swim team would have actually been neck and neck with them on that final leg. So they're probably talking about it a little bit there. But that's why that happened.
Now there you have it. Dolphin Swim Club come in second.
We'll now present the awards for the men's 50 backstroke.
As we head over to the other side of the pool for the men's 50-meter backstroke medal ceremony.
Once again, presenting the award for the Director of the University of Victoria Athletics and Recreation, Clint Hamilton.
Charles Francis trying to make a triple crown out of this
The bronze
backstroke.
La médaille de bronze.
From the Newmarket
Field.
Stingrays, Jeffrey Swanston.
And that race was beautiful to watch, just that last 3-4 meters. And even though there was other swimmers right with him, he was talented enough and wise enough to really speed up his arm speed on his touching hand, and that made all the difference for him to win that gold medal.
Russell Wood getting his silver there. But the winner, Olympian Charles Francis, 26.08. Just another day at the office for him.
Yeah, all business here.
All business. Sets himself up nicely for the 200.
The awards of the women's relay will be presented after our second heat of men's 4x2 first heat 1 time final men's
Last
4x200
event
freestyle
of the
relay.
night.
Mr. Referee.
The men's 4x200 meter freestyle relay. This is heat 1 of 2 heats.
And again, we have 2 swim clubs with no time in this first heat. Again, the Point Claire Swim Club in lane 6 and the Oakville Swim Club. So we have to make note of their time and compare it with the last heat.
Canadian record in this event, 7:19.46, held by the UBC Dolphins. One of the swimmers on that team, of course, the great Brent Hayden.
And we definitely are in a rebuilding phase with our 200 freestyle and Canadian swimming. For many Olympics and many World Championships, we were in the top 8, top 5, top 4, and now we need to get back to that form. Blake Worsley winning the 200 freestyle here. We need to have 4 solid swims that rank internationally to get back to the top 8 in the world.
You can be sure that's on the new head coach, high performance swimming director John Atkinson's list, is to take a look at that 200 freestyle for men and propel it back to a level that he feels comfortable with. Lane number 2, taking this lead out early, Reed Sorrow from the Oakville Aquatic Club. He's got about a half a body length lead ahead of everyone else.
And being in the first heat, these swimmers know they really have to give it their 100%. I know swimmers do anyways, but when you know you've got a stacked heat behind you, you really have to go as fast as you can, knowing that you're swimming blind again to what the second heat is going to do.
Well, we saw it in the women's that one of the teams in heat 1 won that event. Can it happen for the men here? Reed Sorrow's making a case for Oakville, touching in a time of 1:52.60. He'll be followed by the elite swim team in Etienne Paquin Foisy in lane number 5. It's right now all lane number 2, Oakville Aquatic Club. The young man in the water, Mackenzie Hamill, 16-year-old. He turns in a time of 2:19.52.
Second and 4, Matthew Relo for Point Claire, and third lane 5 right now for lead.
Making his turn in lane number 2, Mackenzie Hamill with a slight lead over Point Claire, Matthew Ackman, 17-year-old, in the water. It is still Oakville in the lead. Mackenzie Hamill will turn in a time of 3:19.41. Matthew Grillo trying to catch him, 3:21.4.
Got a nice race brewing here. 3 teams now within a body length of each other. As swimmer number 3 takes the stage.
It is a 3-team race. Who will touch first? Oakville, 3:50.10, followed by Point Claire in 3:50.31. And Elite Swimming in a close third at 3:50.58.
A lot of young swimmers here. Mackenzie Hamill from the Oakville Aquatic Club is just 16. He passed it off to Mitchell Gowell, 17 years of age. And their anchor is Mac Darragh, who's made many finals here at 19. So a lot of young swimmers here taking the stage.
Demeter Ivanov, a 19-year-old from Simon Fraser, seems to be taking the lead here. Half a body length lead over Mitchell Gower. Ivanov turning in a time of 4:44.92. That's Matthew Ackman. In second spot, Mitchell Gower at 4:45.90. It is all Matthew Ackman right now, extending his lead to a body length. Over Mitchell Gower from Oakville Aquatic Club.
It's always interesting to look at how far each of these swimmers are going underwater off the turns. Well, often swimmers with a lot of inexperience pop up too soon instead of taking advantage of the underwater work. And on the international stage, the likes of Lochte and Phelps, who go underwater up to 15 meters off every turn, just really demonstrates their lung capacity and strength. That's something you need to work on day in and day out of every workout. And I know Natalie Coughlin, listening to her talk about her underwater work, it's something she practices when she dives in for workout, in warm-up, in cool-down. It's not just something she works on when her coach tells her to. That wall work and underwater work is crucial to be on your mind all the time. It's just one of those things you always do.
This is heat 1 of the men's 4x200 meter freestyle relay. Lane number 4, Stephen Bealby. We've seen him earlier tonight. He's taken this lead for Point Claire. Lane number 2, Alexander Duguay trying to make a race out of it. It is Stephen Bealby, however, turning first in a time of 6:39.98. Mac Darragh in second spot, 6:41.49. He swims for Oakville. It is Bealby, however. Make note of this time when they do finish. It will stand if it's faster than Heat 2. There's something to race for here in this first heat. Bealby touching, turning. In a time of 7:09.74. Right behind him, Mac Darragh, and right behind him is LeBlanc in 7:17.82.
Point Claire just witnessed their female team being top team in the 4x2, and they want to make sure they post a time that could possibly get them in the top of the ranks of the next heat.
Bealby will touch in a time of 7:39.48. Make a note of that. Oakville in second, 7:41.96. And in third, from Elite, 7:49.60. The time to beat, however, is 7:39.48 from the Point Claire Swim Club.
And from the qualifying times for the second heat, two teams are seated faster than that. And after that, it might be a race for the bronze medal between Point Claire, that just posted 7:39, and the remaining teams in the second heat.
Here we go, the last race of the night, Joanne, the 4x200 meter freestyle, heat number 2.
A lot of big names are going to be in here that have made the World Championship team.
Lane 7, the UBC Dolphins.
Look for
Lane 5 with the Tobacco swimming.
The Hassan brothers.
Yes. Leading off with Hassan, their top 200 freestyler here.
The Abdel Khalik brothers, however, I'm sorry. Hassan and Lane, yep, Lane 5. Leading off, Ali, his brother, will be the third part of that race. That will be a strong team for sure.
It's interesting to watch Hassan launch off those blocks. He actually didn't have the quickest reaction time. It was quite powerful. He popped up first, so can work on that and improve that reaction time, and it'll help him in his individual events as well.
Take note of Lane 4 Cascade Swim Club. You got Joel Greenshields, who won the 100 meter freestyle. He's anchoring that team. See if they're close enough that he can get that win for Cascade. First, however, of course, would be Hassan Abdel Khalik. He turns first, and he's leading this pack in Heat 2, 4x200 meter freestyle relay for men.
And Hassan Abdel Khalik just has a nice stroke. Challenged slightly by lane number 2, University of Alberta Swim Club. Hunter Balch. You can see how fast Hassan's feet are kicking. It's hard to differentiate the left and the right foot there. It's going so quick. And for me, for young swimmers, the powerful kick is so important to learn at a young age and apply throughout your whole career.
His younger brother, Ali, 18 years of age. Hassan, 21. Ali out-touched Hassan in the 200 freestyle. A fun, lighthearted interview. I wonder if Hassan actually did beat him with a pillow.
They're always brothers, aren't you?
That will never stop. Hassan, though, out in front, half a body length lead over University of Alberta. He will not go as fast as he did in the 200 freestyle, but he will touch first in 1:52.21. In second spot is UBC, 1:53.20. And in third, Cascade in 1:53.27. Tristan Cote now taking the baton from Hassan, 17-year-old out of Etobicoke. Russell Wood right beside him for Cascade. In lane number 4, and on the other side, another Cascade club, very strong in the 200 freestyle. Thomas Jobin, 20-year-old. You can see over in lane 2, Joanne, University of Alberta, making some ground up. Robert McKinnon, he's got back to second spot in 2:47.70. Tristan Cote, 2:47.50, trying to hold him off.
Quite a race. The middle of the pool and the sides of the pool. It's quite a mental dynamic being a relay swimmer.
Russell Wood trying to hug that lane. Get a little bit of drafting off Tristan Cote. Cote will turn in 3:16.78, followed closely behind U of A and Cascade. Looks to be measuring up to a 3-team race here.
And in the back of their minds, they know Point Claire in the heat before them was 7:39. They all need to be faster than that if they all want to be on the medal podium.
7:39.48. It was Point Claire. That will be the time to beat. As Ali Abdel Khalik overtakes now and will take the baton. Swimming right beside Chad Bobrovsky, 20-year-old out of Cascade. Don't count out U of A. Reese So, 18-year-old, he's there still.
And these are big names in Canadian swimming with Ali Abdel Khalik and Chad Bobrovsky. They've raced each other many times. They're almost even Steven right now. And no one likes to give up the lead. No one wants to be that relay member that lost the lead for the team. So a lot of pride on the line here to maintain your spot.
U of A having a fantastic swim over in lane 2, able to keep up with these giants in Canadian swimming, Ali Abdel-Khalik and Chad Bobrovsky. Hopefully he can hold on. It looks to be turning into a two-man race though. Bobrovsky and Abdel-Khalik pulling away from Risso. Ali in second. Chad turning in 4:40.38 and overtaking Ali right now, extending his lead to a body length.
Very strong swim for Bobrovsky. Looking at their swimmer's style. What makes a swimmer stronger, faster? Amazing kick on Bobrovsky. They both have very strong kicks.
As they both turn on the jets for this 50, the last 50 of their 200 freestyle. Bobrovsky, half a body length lead ahead of Ali Abdel-Khalik. And they're giving their all, setting it up for an exciting last 200. Bobrovsky hands off to Joel Greenshields. He'll be racing Bogdan Knezovic, 21-year-old, for Etobicoke, and who's going to win this?
Wow, and right off the blocks for lane 4, Greenshields is really just killing it here. He's like 2 body lengths ahead here. Makes it look so easy, so long, those arms. Very powerful underwater.
He definitely has 100 free sprint ability here, Joanne, but will he be able to hold on for the 200? That's the question. Bogdan Knezovic trying to reel him in, but right now it is all 100 freestyle Canadian champion Joel Greenshields. He's in the lead, looking incredibly comfortable. 24-year-old swimming for Cascade.
And this will be interesting, as you mentioned. Here he is first at the 100, body length lead, but he's maybe going to be tried to be reeled in here.
Here we go, Bogdan Knezovic trying to catch him now. Joel Greenshields, will he have enough gas in the tank? 6:32.11, right beside him, Bogdan Knezovic out of Etobicoke.
Knezovic on his feet now, but Greenshields still looking strong. But the turnover difference, see if he's able to maintain this stroke count, this last length here.
It is all Joel Greenshields now. Bogdan Knezovic giving it his all, trying to catch him. Look at all that white water. Greenshields and Knezovic. Body length lead ahead of Knezovic. Does Greenshields have enough left for this win? 15 meters to go. Knezovic making his move. Now at half a body length lead. Greenshields driving for the wall, and he'll win this 4x200 freestyle relay in 7:29.83. Right behind him, Etobicoke swimming in 7:30.61, and winning bronze will be Oakville Aquatic Club in 7:37.22. Fantastic last 200 there. Joel Greenshields was able to hold off Bogdan Knezovic. He's
happy with that.
He's happy it's not a 215-meter race, that's for sure.
And here's to the wall. Greenshields keeping the title for his team, Cascade Swim Club. But that was close, as you mentioned, Colin. Another 10-15 meters, it might have been a different story.
The results are not official. We're just hearing right now. Just waiting for those official results.
The judges have to look over the relay takeovers and make sure there was no early takeovers and everything was clean.
As it stands, Cascade is winning in a time of 7:29.83. Etobicoke in second, 7:30.61. And there you go, Oakville Aquatic, 7:37.22.
The board for that last race is now official.
It is now official. We're hearing word. So Cascade has won that 4x200 freestyle relay. Great last 200, Joanne. What a way to end off this night. Joel Greenshields, champion in the 100-meter freestyle. Able to pull that out and win it for his squad, Cascade. Two Cascade swim teams in that final. There's the Cascade swim team down there. See Wendy Johnson, a former Olympian, talking to her squad.
Former world record holder. Amazing history we had in swimming in the 70s.
There she is, Wendy Quirk.
Yes.
Now Wendy Johnson, of course, married to former national team coach Dave Johnson, who's right there as well.
It's a nice family coaching situation there with Cascade, with Wendy and Dave Johnson together. A lot of experience between the two of them.
There you see the women's 4x200 freestyle relay medal ceremony about to take place. Some happy ladies there.
Presenting the awards for the women's 4x200 freestyle relay will be a 2012 Olympic bronze medalist in the 10-kilometer open water swim, Victoria's own Richard Weinberger.
Richard Weinberger, national team member, handing out the medals.
La médaille de bronze.
Lauren Lalumiere, Jacqueline Curie, Sherilyn Nitina, and Marty Oldershaw, Oakville Aquatic Club.
There you go. The Oakville Aquatic Club winning their bronze medal, getting them
the silver medal.
Incredibly happy about that. Dolphin swimming with a time at 8:27.0, receiving their medals.
Dolphin Swim Club.
Happy faces all around. And then Point Claire, as Joanne mentioned, in Heat 1, winning this 4x200 meter freestyle relay. Maybe that was a strategy. Maybe they didn't want to put in a time.
The Point Claire Swim Club.
8:16.04 gives them the gold medal.
Yeah, and with Samantha Sheverton anchoring it, you know it's going to be fast.
Sheverton, of course, will be part of that 4x200 freestyle relay in Barcelona.
Right. And tonight, also making that 4x100 as a fourth place finisher in the 100-meter freestyle. It's a very successful meet for her so far.
As the ladies take their pictures and grab some memories. We get set for the men's medal ceremony for the 4x200 freestyle relay, and there's a bright future, I feel, Joanne, for the men's. They can keep it together. You've got the Abdel Khalik brothers.
Yes.
You've got Blake Worsley, who's making a resurgence of sorts. Some incredible possibilities in that, and we can't wait to see what happens in Barcelona.
You know, every position, every title is earned, and it's nice to see some new faces for Swimming Canada, and with new leadership with John Atkinson, could be a great recipe for future success.
Definitely an exciting race, that Heat 2 of the 4x200 freestyle relay. Joel Greenshields able to hold off Bogdan Knezovic.
Once again, presenting the awards will be Olympic bronze medalist from 2012, Richard Weinberger.
As the men start to make their way onto the podium. Another really great day of swimming here at Saanich Commonwealth Place.
The bronze medalist.
Et la médaille de bronze.
With a new 15 to 17 national age group record time of 7:37.22.
A new 15 to 17 national age group record. Held now by Oakville Aquatic Club. with a time of 7:37.22. These guys have to be excited about that. And we mentioned this new crop of talent, Joanne, this new wave of swimming, that only bodes well for future swims in Canada in the 200 freestyle.
Absolutely. Those are positive signs, and it looks like this team all shaved their heads together just for those extra tenths of a second to break that record, so that worked. It's good team bonding.
Great swim by those young men.
Hassan Abdelkhalik, Tristan Cote, Ali Abdelkhalik, and Bogdan Nezovic from Etobicoke Swimming.
Over in the silver medal slot, you got the Khalik brothers. In the back, there's Ali and Hassan. Great swim by them. Tristan Cote, Bogdan Knezovic, who had that great last 200, tried to catch Joel Greenshields, needed a little bit more room. But still, it's a silver medal for them. Great swim for them. There's Ali getting his medal.
Et la médaille d'or.
Anthony Lyons, Russell Wood, Chad
it's
Bobrovsky,
Calgary
and Joel
gold.
Greenshields, the Cascade Swim Club.
Cascade Swim Club. They swim out of the Talisman Center in Calgary. CIS championships were held there earlier this year. Bobrovsky, Joel Greenshields, able to hold off Knezovic. All smiles. There we go. There's your medal recipients for the 4x200 freestyle relay. Handshakes all around.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our session here on day 2 of the World Championship Trials.
Great swim by them.
We'd like to thank all of our volunteer officials and timers and invite them at this time to leave the pool deck area. We would like to also
Michael Phelps showing the world what he's made of. 49.82. He's gone under 50.
Well, Joanne, that wraps up day 2 here of the World Championship Swimming Trials in Canada in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia. And we've had some great storylines, the 400 IM for women, the 100-meter freestyle for men. There's some great things to look forward to here.
Absolutely. We had 11 new swimmers named to Team Canada. We're up to 25. The future looks bright. We know we have a lot of work to do still, and we have some months to prepare. But we're very happy with the success we saw so far tonight.
All right, well, that does it for us here on day 2 of the 2013 Canadian Swimming World Championships. We'll see you at day 3 starting at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern.